I've got two phrases for you to consider today. And the first phrase is, I am in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. And I'll layer in a second phrase. It's a little bit different. And the second one is, there's nowhere to go and nothing to do. So that first phrase is, I am in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. And I think for a lot of us, that's an important place. It's an important stand. It's an important way of being. That's empowering. And why it's important is because if you're like me, you kind of already have a programmed self-talk about not good enough, not doing it right, I'm effed up, I'm screwed up. And it can be pretty subtle. But if you're like me, the self-talk, the self-programming, I think there really is a cultural kind of mindset, a cultural kind of conversation about not good enough, gotta measure up, gotta prove myself, gotta make it, gotta be successful. And I hear that, there's plenty of millionaires and even billionaires out there. People got all this stuff and all this positioning and all the right labels. Even many of those people sometimes or oftentimes find themselves with the negative self-talk of not good enough, got to prove myself, got to make it. If only I just get to this next level then. So I offer you that phrase, that place to stand, that way of being of I'm in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, as a place to stand, as in I'm already good, I'm already divine, I'm already the right thing, as an antidote to what I consider to be a cultural conversation that many of us have adopted, which says you're not good enough, you're not doing the right thing. And so just breathe and relax and take that in. Just stand in that. I'm in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. And even if it turns out you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing, if you can get yourself grounded in, I'm good enough. I'm a child of God. I am connected to spirit. I am spirit. Whatever the divine is, that divine is not just around me out there, but the divine moves through me. Spirit moves through me. I am spirit. I am the divine. If you can get yourself in a place where you can slowly unpeel this cultural conversation of not good enough, got to do it better, got to get more. If only I could reach the next level, then I'll be somebody. To the extent that we can unravel that for ourselves, then all of a sudden we are in a divine place where even if we are in the wrong place at the wrong time doing the wrong thing, that you can see it for yourself and you can hear it for yourself, and you'll know because you've gotten yourself quiet and grounded enough to hear the quiet voice that says, no, go this way. Not like you were going the wrong way to begin with, not like you were in the wrong place to begin with, but in that the quiet voice is saying, okay, you went this way far enough, now turn left, or now turn right. So that's phrase number one for your consideration. Phrase number two, there's nowhere to go and nothing to do. I'm 60 years old now, which for some of you will sound quite old. And for some of you will sound pretty young and chipper still. But I can tell you at 60 years old, it's different than being 30 in that, you know, you can see that the end comes eventually. The end of life here on this planet, in this form, at least. In this form of my consciousness. I'm going to turn to dust. My body's going to turn to dust, at least. And if you're like me, you've spent your whole life trying to get somewhere, trying to succeed, trying to accomplish, trying to be the right person. And if you can just allow yourself to stand in a possibility of there's nowhere to go and nothing to do, like a powerful place to stand. And when I say there's nowhere to go and nothing to do, it's not like, okay, well, I'll just collapse on the sofa with my big bag of chips and my beers. I mean, you might do that, but it's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is unwinding should, must, have to, they say, what do they say? Can you unwrap yourself from all of that and for a moment or maybe longer, just stand in a possibility that I continue to get deeper and deeper, more deeply grounded in, which is there really is no place to go and nothing to do. There's nothing that I have to accomplish. There's nothing I have to prove. There's nothing I have to achieve. And regardless of what I do or don't do for the next 10, 20, 40 years or next 10, 20, 40 minutes, it actually doesn't matter. Let that sink in. It doesn't matter, which, again, it could be something that triggers a sense of hopelessness, like, oh my God, nothing matters anyways. But the punchline is, it doesn't matter that it doesn't matter. There's nowhere to go and there's nothing to do. And yet I'm clear, very clear, that there's a divine voice, there's spirit, there's the angels, there's something that calls to me and says, do this, talk to that person, help that person out. Be nice to yourself today, be kind to yourself. Whatever it is, there's a quiet voice calling you and urging you forward into the direction, into something. We're all called to something or somethings. And yeah, it's okay if you don't follow that. And it's okay if you do. And probably that's the most fulfilling thing any of us can do, is to listen to those quiet voices and to follow them. Follow the guidance of higher mind, the guidance of spirit, the guidance of God, whatever you want to call it. But to summarize and to wrap this up, I invite you to immerse yourself and just try it on for size. These two ideas that you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, and there's nowhere to go and nothing to do, period. And I invite you to try them on as a place to stand, a place of true freedom. And then from there, say, okay, got it. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Now what? Let me get quiet. Let me get grounded. Let me breathe and relax my body. Let me see where I'm guided to go. Where are you guided to go?